come out here and it seems like you guys really controlled the game a little bit, and then they had that fumble recovery. Obviously took it away. What did it feel like to get the win today?
Our offense is just grind the clock. We don't try to get big plays. Obviously, with Chris Malika at quarterback, we get them, but we want to grind the clock and wear out the defense. And in the second half, they really started to back off. And obviously, I did good. It's just this is the first game they were coming at my leg, so I really didn't have an opportunity to get someone and drive them. But dub's a dub, and I'm just happy. So
how do you think that you played sort of start this season, and it's coming off obviously a little bit of a weird off season?
I was grinding every day over quarantine. I didn't take any days off, and it's definitely showing on the field. And my endurance is so much better. I'm firing off the ball a lot harder, and Kenson's a good team, and it's a good get the dub against them.
How do you think that your offense sort of accentuates what you like to do out there? Because it's pretty obvious, like 80% of the time you're just doing a down block just on the guy.
So they were in the gap, the B gap, and so it just had me down blocking pretty much on the guy, and he would come at my leg, so I was just laying on him the whole game. But usually, I do a lot more scooping and taking them to the outside. But with the way they played, we had to change things around. So I do what I have to do.
Do you enjoy your style of offense and just sort of getting to tee off?
I love it.
Yeah.
You just get to fire out at a guy for 4 quarters straight. It's just old school football.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about you as a junior. Obviously, it's an important year for you personally, even just beyond your team. What do you sort of want to showcase and show what you can offer the rest of this season?
First of all, as a team, we want to show them that we're not the same old North. Obviously, last couple years, 3 years ago we made the playoffs. 3 or 4 years ago we made the playoffs for the first time in school history. Last couple seasons haven't went the way we wanted it to. This year, it's kind of our revenge tour. We're showing them we're not the same old team. And for my personal goals, I'm not the same kid as I was last year. Last year, didn't move as well as I wanted to. I didn't hold my weight as well as I wanted to. So I really made it a priority to get myself going, and I think I did a pretty good job.
Did you change your body in the off season when you say that? Like, how different are you physically?
Got a lot faster, leaner.
Mm-hmm.
I was holding a little bit of a belly last year, and I got rid of it with, I started conditioning and doing footwork and agility with my brothers and cousins, so, they got me right.
Are there any, numbers, like a 40 time that's different last year, this year, weight that's different?
Weight's the same, it's just healthier weight.
Yeah.
40 time, last year it was like a 5'8". I ran a 5'2" this year, so it definitely paid off.
Mm-hmm. Well, what did you sort of do to, diet-wise or off the field to get yourself physically where you are now?
Definitely, I was a big pop drinker, so I cut all that out. I haven't had a pop in 5 months, and, cut off the little Debbie's a little bit, So, I know what I had to do to, make myself the best I can be.
Mm-hmm. I want to talk about sort of your recruitment right now. It's was it Indiana today?
Actually, it was kind of weird because they offered me on April 13th. It's just, they had it written down on paper. It's just with everything going on, they kind of, mistaken and someone forgot to call. But, it's always great to get the phone call, especially the day before a game to get your adrenaline going. But, so recruiting's been going good, especially throughout all this. And September 1st, they can all start texting me now. So, I've created a lot of great relationships so far.
How did that sort of change it in your recruitment where, all of a sudden, the lines of communication are pretty much open for you guys now?
I was a nervous wreck when I called them because, I was like, what if I'm interrupting them because they can't, I can't text them and know when to call them, so I'm just calling them and hoping they could answer. So, now it takes a lot of stress off knowing when to call them and all that, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, how much of your days are sort of devoted to recruiting recently?
Every day I'm getting a text from somebody or I have to call, somebody, so it's definitely been a little bit of a hassle, but I love it, so.
Yeah. What are some of the schools that, you have the best relationship with that you're keeping in contact with most right now?
Cincinnati, they've been one of the tops. Purdue and Michigan State, West Virginia, and Ohio State's been in there. So, I'm just, getting them coming.
Mm-hmm. What is your relationship like with Ohio State? Have they sort of talked to you at all in the, since they've been able to, talk to you directly the last 2.5 weeks or so?
I've actually talked to a couple of coaches. I talked to Coach Madison, Stud, Cook, Coach Ed and Coach Hinton. So they've all kind of reached out to me, and me and Coach Stud and Cook both we all have a really good relationship going. So I get a daily text of them from, like some about Jonah Jackson or Michael Jordan in the league. So